Hi guys! So today we are just going to do a quick tutorial on eyes. I've done just a basic eyeshadow routine, just using two shades, an orange, here, let me zoom in. The orange mandala from Katt Von D, and then rice paper from MAC. And then we used a gel liner for a wing right there. And then we did our brows. So, without further ado, oh wait, look, like my Christmas tree. I love it, it's almost Christmas time. These ones are my favorite. Like, they look like little sponge cakes. So cute. Anyways, and yes, I have two Christmas trees, and my husband absolutely loves the fact that we have two Christmas trees. And the other one is a thunder tree. Go Oklahoma City. Anyways, so, yeah, let's get to it. Bye-bye. All right, here we go. So, I am applying a neutral color to my lids. I'm using one of my neutral colors from my Anastasia contour kit. I believe I'm using Fawn. Yes, that is Fawn. A nice fluffy brush, just sweep it all over your eyelids in windshield wiper motions. And a different fluffy brush. This one is more tapered, which means it's a little bit more thinner in the center and fuller on the edges. I'm going to apply that mandala from Katt Von D's newest eye palette kit and start from the outer edges and just sweep back and forth and buff in circular motions towards the center of my eyelid. And then I will do the same to the opposite side. I'm going to add a little bit more on the edges just to give it a little bit more of a dramatic effect. Now go in with a clean brush or the one that you used that Fawn with and kind of buff out all of those edges. It looks like I don't have anything on the other lip, but I swear I do. It's just the shadow is very annoying. And I need to get another light on the other side of me. I'm sorry. So I'm putting the rice paper from MAC in my corners and just sweeping it up and around. And then going back in with that mandala with that tapered brush in my crease, back and forth. And I'm just wiggling my brush with my fingers back and forth. It kind of gives your eyelids a little bit more depth. Now this is NYX's black gel liner. Get a angled brush, very skinny. That brush is from my Anastasia eyebrow kit that I got a while back. So anything thick and skinny like that at an angle. Dip it in there, get it all over, and then scrape out on the sides the excess of the product. Now you're going to lightly trace right on the edge of your eyelid. Then we are going to zoom in a second, so don't be alarmed when you see my big eyeball. There we go. Okay, so slowly scooch your brush from the edge of your eyelid towards the inner of your eyelid, and then back. Flip your brush back and forth to the angle where it lays. And then we're going to take more product and just kind of make it nice and smooth. You want that line to be nice and smooth and not zigzagged. Next, whenever we do our wing, we're going to line up the tip of the brush with the angle of the bottom of your waterline. Like you see how your eyes are kind of almond shape or round shape. You want to continue that angle from your bottom waterline up. And if you just want, we're just doing a basic one. So I honestly just use the whole tip of my brush. And then I'm going to take from the corner of that wing and push it towards your tear duct. So that's how you get that perfect little wing line and how you get it even on both sides. Just, you're gonna have to imagine to follow both corners to meet with the other corner. Sorry, I just hit my my speaker. If you can see me right now talking, it's really funny because I'm talking with my hand. Like, you can actually see me, but you cannot. Anyways, so fill in the blanks. Just keep on going in with more product. And yeah, easy peasy. Do the same on the opposite side. And fast forward yourself ×2 so you get done super fast. Just kidding. Just a quick FYI, I was trying to do more of like a day wear, something you could do on a daily basis. This look took me from start to finish, foundation and everything, 30 complete minutes to do. So when I edit it, obviously it's a little bit shorter, but it did take me 30 whole minutes. Now I don't know if that's your idea of a quick day wear, but to me, I mean, if I was going to put makeup on, I would at least make it look pretty. Okay, so other side is fixed, and voila. So now we're going to get a smudge brush or anything kind of skinny and put some of that mandala right underneath our eyelid and on the other side. And then we're going to buff it and buff it, just so there's no lines. Now we're going to do our brows. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in the color Auburn. And it goes up and down on one side, and the other side is the spoolie. And the spoolie is amazing. If you don't have a brush that comes with a spoolie, just use, go to like your local beauty store like Salad, something like that, and get a spoolie there. Use those. Anyways, okay, so we're going to start by applying the product right underneath our brow. We're going to kind of start tracing it out. Very lightly though, just use the edge of the stick. There you go. Okay, use the edge of the stick and just lightly push up. We're not coloring it in. We're not pushing really, really hard. We're just lightly playing with it. And then we're going to trace the up. We're going to trace the up. We're going to trace the top line of our brow as well. If you want to be more dramatic, then slowly sketch higher and higher. I wouldn't suggest doing it all at once and then filling in blanks, because sometimes it can look a little too drawn on, unless that's what you're going for. But I like to keep mine pretty natural, so I'm just going to kind of trace the tail out a little bit. And we will clean this up after we're done with both brows. Just kind of go through the middle and fill in any bald spots that you might have. When you're doing the edges, make sure that you don't draw the edge like straight up and down. I like to go at it sideways and push the product inward. That way there's not a straight line drawn on like a cartoon character's eyebrows. Unless, of course, that's what you're going for once again. But this is not how I do mine. So, we are about done. We're just going to finish any imperfections right there and any bald spots, and yeah, that's how I do my brows. There is a huge difference between one and the other, if you can tell. I mean, it's obviously doesn't look too dramatically different, and I don't like to look too dramatically different. Now, there was a time where I waxed my eyebrows and about waxed it all off. In order to fix that, or in order to shape your brows, whatever the case may be, do this. Draw them in the shape that you want. You can buy stencil kits, even if that will help you. From Sephora, they have little eyebrow stencils that you can use. But draw them in first, and then spray them down or use some gel or something, and then tweeze all around the edges and everything around it. And then just do that once a week, and then slowly but surely your brows will start to fill in the shape that you want. And that's how I got mine so shaped like that, because trust me, like, it got away from me one day when I waxed it myself, and I was just like, oh no, there's a bald spot. So, and that's how I fixed it. Try your best to keep both even. They're sisters, not twins, so they're not going to be identical. I got some concealer. I'm using the NARS concealer, and just get any flat brush, and then just kind of get a little bit on the tip of it and just apply it right underneath the edges of your eyebrows. I don't like to go all the way down to the tail because I kind of still want mine to look a little bit more natural, so I just kind of start underneath the base and towards the middle. So once you got that done, just kind of buff it in and out, and this will sharpen the line and make it more angled, but not too angled. It just depends on how much you apply. I went a little too dark right there, or light, however, I guess. So just go back in with the pencil and refix what you were trying to fix. That makes any sense. Anyways, so yeah. And we're just going to buff back and forth, up and down, tiny little strokes until that line is gone. And it really cleans up anything that you've messed up on, and sometimes it will cover any little ingrown hairs that you want to get rid of. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, please share these videos, comment and leave feedback, and please, please, please have happy holiday. Love you, and I will see you next week.